explosive. Didn't have a whole lot to it. Was going to do as much damage as he could, but after he got tagged a couple times, he knew that was going to be the end of his days.
Yeah, unfortunately, he hasn't really reported the best score, so he's going to have to try to get into a game and play as aggressive as he can to get to that top 10 situation.
Yeah, look, a lot of these players now into that point. This is the time frame now where it's pretty much into the spot where you either decide very quickly that this game is not worth it, or you really have to push forward into hopefully putting yourself into a spot and really getting into that mid to late game that's really going to develop into a higher score total, because they just don't have the time to wait anymore. Grizzol definitely coming away with a good spot there, able to get a couple good tags off, got tagged himself, down to about 50 HP, got the 1 kill coming out of retail, but he's one of those players that he will not wait to go into a hot drop area, as a lot of the players will be just dropping at the first city they come across, and that's something that Grizzol is infamous for. He's going to, as soon as that bus spawns and he's going to be moving across the map, whatever the first city is, the closest city that it's coming to, that's where Grizzol is going to go, and it doesn't matter where it is. And that one's going to be retail row here, and doesn't seem like there's going to be a whole lot of population inside it. You hear a few shots coming away using the shadow ball, but trying to get that quick rotation. Looks like get a little bit of a mobility boost. The double jump definitely helping to get up into structures without having to build up at least onto the second level here, and give a little bit of that stealth aspect moving into, as this player just did not see him coming. Unfortunately, not able to get that first shot tag on him.
Yeah, he's kind of just chilling right now. He doesn't, I don't think he has enough time to actually get to the top 10, but he's already reported a decent score, so I think he's kind of just messing around and having some fun right now, staying warm for the next round.
Certainly does not hurt to keep yourself warm moving into the second round, because that second round is a little bit shorter. You don't have the full amount of time that you do in the first round. It's a 15 minutes shorter here, so does not hurt to continue to play a little bit, keep yourself warmed up, keep exactly your motions. You see the players warming up before the round start to get the motion and exact range that they need, a little bit of practice in before the games here. But Grizzol right now is doing everything that we expect out of him in these hot drops areas. It seems like the population numbers have started to increase. The people starting to show face. They've got the loot that come out, and now they're starting to come around to Grizzol, and he's coming away with all these kills, trying to get these minis to pop. And he's got 42 shield now, 47 health, so he's not doing too bad. Going to use some bandages, try to get up a little bit, but he had that other player right in front of him and slightly above him, where he's going to be trying to heal up to push back into this and get this counter aggression. But he's already got 4 kills, so he's sitting very well at the beginning of this game.
Can we just talk about how good his aim is? I think Grizzol has one of the best aims I've ever seen. He just one-pumped 2 people that just, they were obviously building and moving around. He was easily to take these people out.
It's impressive to see, and not only just Grizzol does have amazing accuracy and the capability of something that these players do. They warm up. I'm sure you know, when you're moving to get yourself warmed up, you want to get the feel, get used to the DPI, the sensitivity that you have in the setup, which I'm sure a lot of these players, they have that set number that they really want to go with here, and you see it time and time again as Grizzol's just going to be taking these shots where he has that accuracy. He knows exactly how far he needs to move his mouse, what his sensitivity is. We see it a lot out of that accuracy that Grizzol's able to produce, but as well as a lot of our other players where they're able to make, we saw a couple weeks ago where we had to slow it down frame by frame, a kill that we saw come out where it was about 12 frames worth of moving from one direction 90 degrees to the right and back in a matter of a fraction of a second. And it's just that sort of skill and that capability that these players have is just obscene. Like it's incredible to watch and to understand and to fathom how much practice it takes to be able to do that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, figure out your perfect sensitivity, what, DPI you want to use, and it takes a lot of time, and obviously Grizzol puts in a lot of time, and everyone else puts in a lot of time to, get their aim in, because this game is a lot of aim. Obviously, you have to be able to build and get yourself out of situations, but a lot of this game is aim. You have to be able to finish out those fights, and if you have bad aim, that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, Grizzol able to continuously do stuff that is just impressive to witness. He definitely has earned himself into Friday Frag Squad member position, where he has produced time and time again, put up some really good numbers coming away with the victory overall last night. He put himself into a situation here where he's approaching a top 25 scenario. We're getting into that time frame now where we are just shy of 9 minutes left inside the first round. So looking to get into any more aggressive scenarios that these players can get into. This is about right where the line probably is. A top 25 to top 35 scenario, assuming that it's not a hyper-aggressive lobby that you're in where all of a sudden everyone just dies immediately. but inside a circle about this size with about this many players left, you're looking right about that time frame where you're going to be sitting in a top 10 situation right as the timer expires. So definitely in a position here now where these players are going to have to start really pushing forward if they're in any situations where they're just outside of this and might be just outside of their window that they want to be in to be able to report the score of this game if it is the best score that they have posted this round.
Yeah, you're really gonna at this point. You really want to see people in your lobby starting to drop. I mean, obviously you want the kills, but if you really do need that score, you want these people to drop so you can play that last 10 people out. You don't want to have 11 people left right when the timer hits 0 because you didn't play aggressive or because people were playing a lot slower and just sitting in boxes.
Now, the only downfall of this game that Grizzle's in right now is this is basically the first circle that's closing in. So we're down to the last quarter of players left in the lobby, but it is still a really large circle here. So looking for the next probably 5 to 8 minutes, which is about the time that we have left in the round. A lot of the rotations coming around. A lot of players going to be pushing up onto each other trying to get but there's a lot of real estate on the map for these players to move around in, and you're just hoping that you come across this player, and that's exactly what it is. Ace hits those, and Grizzol hits those shots, and he's able to take that kill really easily for him. So he's up to 7 now, 20 other players left, but he's doing pretty well here so far set up, trying to make these rotations inside of Salty Springs, going to pick up those shadow balls and push up on this player who doesn't look like they even know he's there. He's going to hide out behind the tree.
I wonder if the shadow stones or the shadow balls actually make you like invisible if you're not moving at all. Like, does it make you completely? You just can't see them at all if they're moving, or I'm not too sure how that actually works.
Not entirely sure of the interaction of if you are stationary, if that does completely immerse you into that invisibility. But you see Grizzol here is going to be put into a situation where he's going to get the Gucci Gang wave kill down. Got his 8th kill now, 19 players left. The Respect Neil's coming in from Grizzol, but continuing to use these shadow balls, trying to find his way out of this. 5 seconds left now for this circle to close before the next one's going to pop up here. So he's going to start to figure out now where the next rotation is going to come. You see it just on the outside of Salty right now. So he knows he's still safe in his area, able to make these rotations, but first he's got a player right underneath him that he's going to drop down onto and get a good shot off there for 30. Try to break through the staircase, get the edit in, and this player, unfortunately, he's reloading a shotgun, and fortunate enough to be able to get the rounds inside there and come away with that kill, but now he's got another player right on top of him throwing grenades.
Yeah, he's in a spot right now on the map where everyone's kind of pushing in because they know that's like the the named location. It's probably the last named location on the map, so everyone's kind of pushing in there trying to find their last few kills. So Grizzle's just sitting really good, being able to not have to move around and just have everyone push towards him.
Very fortunate for him to be able to have all these players coming into him. You see the player probably inside that 1v1 right in front of him. That's exactly where they are. He's going to come in with a shotgun. The sniper going to take out the wall and going to try to get the shotgun shot off. Not going to connect, but the SMG spray is going to come through and secure that kill for him. So now up to 10 kills, approaching the top 10 scenario with just over 5 minutes left in the round. So he's definitely going to be in a situation where he's going to be able to finish this game out. Assuming that he makes it into the top 10 situation, it doesn't get killed off. But as far as the rest of the lobby goes, he's already sitting very well in a spot where he'll be able to finish this game off and put up a score from this if it does, in fact, beat the one that he's already posted, which is a decent score. He's got him into the top 10 already, but hoping to get himself even closer and higher up into that because every decimal point of points counts. We've seen victories come out from this where it's been a fraction of a single point that has been the difference between second and third or third and fourth place. So even though it's only 60% weighted out of this first round, every point and every decimal point counts once you move forward into the second and third rounds.
Yeah, he went outside of the zone right here just to push these last few kills because he wants as many kills as he possibly can. He already has a decent amount of score, so he's kind of like, if I die, I die. I'm already moving on. So he's not worried about it at all. And he just got a very nice snipe right there.
What
Jeez,
are you doing? Come on. That was the quick shotgun. I blinked, and I almost missed that second kill with the sniper. But he got the quick shotgun shot off and got that kill. And I had to make sure that he came away with the second kill. I saw the contact hit. I had to look at the kill feed to make sure he came away with the second kill. I saw the contact, which I was impressed with the shot alone, getting the hit marker come off, but able to secure the kill as well was just impressive. I'm continuously impressed by these players with the sniper rifles. and the quick shots they're able to connect with, stationary or, the quick scopes or on the boards, the drift boards or whatever, they continuously do. It's not stuff that you can practice, and it takes me back to the days of, Modern Warfare 2, where you get the Barrett 50 cal montages or the intervention shots or anything of that, where you get all that, just a little bit of nostalgia coming in, and I love to see that stuff. It makes me happy.
The old trick shot montages, man.
That makes me so happy.
I wish, that game was still alive and we could all go back and play that. How fun would that be?
It lives on in our hearts.
I miss it.
Unfortunate, it got taken over by modders and hackers, so we had to move on in the world into Black Ops 14 or 15 or whatever we're at now. I stopped counting.
I don't even know. They're just kind of doing their own thing. I don't know what's happening with Call of Duty anymore.
Well, Grizzol knows exactly what's happening here inside this lobby. He's able to get really good shots off with these snipers. Pressing up now, wasn't able to get any of those connections with the hunting rifles. So continue to push up here. They're going to get tagged a little bit now. Taking down to 14 health. Continue to try to take these. You see the shadow coming out again from this player trying to retreat now. So you have a generic idea. You can see at least a little bit of the outline coming in as he's chasing the edge of the circle here. Going to have to build up some defensive spots here. And now he's in a really sticky situation where he's getting some damage from the storm here. Not a whole lot, still about 1 or 2 ticks per second here. Put himself in a spot where he has to push out of this and get himself. He's put the campfire down. Going to take a couple minis here. He's going to be healing at the same rate that the damage is going to be coming in from the storm. So he's sitting right at that 26 health, 28 health, back and forth between the threshold and just waiting to push forward into this player, hoping that they are being distracted at least long enough for him to get into the circle and heal up a little bit. But he's able to get in, get those shields down. You hear the SMG shots coming in now, trying to rotate out of his 1x1, get into a better situation with 6 other players left and the one right in front of him. The circle getting ready to close in here in 50 seconds. So you got to build up and try to get into an aggressive standpoint.
He does have a good amount of mats right here, so he should be able to come out of this. I mean, this guy does seem to be playing just as aggressive as he is and wants to kill just as bad as Grizzol does. So it'll be a good fight for sure, and hopefully Grizzol does come out on top.
Yeah, Grizzol looking around, checking the flanks on inside the circle, inside Salty, and able to get another shot off with the rifle. Grizzol is just doing some work tonight with these rifles, getting these shots, these to connect, getting these kills secured. And I'm not going to lie, for a second there, I kind of counted him out when he was inside the circle, getting tagged, running up the hill. I definitely didn't think he was going to come away with it. Fortunate for him that he had the campfire, able to heal up just enough and keep himself alive inside the storm, pop the mini potions, push forward into this, get that shot off, get that 13th kill for himself, coming forward into the top 5. Going to be using the smoke now to get the double jumps, move himself into the circle, maybe pick up some loot here from this player that's dropped already. Going to be looking to see if he's going to get the materials, get the ammunition that he needs out of this. Definitely has a really good loadout here, has a lot of materials in his inventory. So definitely be feeling very well, especially with this campfire here. He's going to be looking to at least build up a little bit into this. When there's a little bit more health here, you got 5 players left here as we're coming up on just shy of 30 seconds now left. So we're coming into these final stages now where these players, if they're not in these top 5, top 10 scenarios, unfortunately the games are going to have to end here. We're coming into 14 seconds now to the final 10 seconds of this first round. Coming down into this, the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the timer has reached 0, so any of the players not inside. Grizzol.
I actually just missed that.
Grizzol. Come on.
209 meters away. I turned around for 1 second, and he gets another snipe.
He's going to take the L, and Grizzle's coming away with another ridiculous sniper shot. And he's making a highlight reel of his own. Like, Grizzol is going to be the highlight reel that we roll at the end of the event tonight because the shots that he's continuously producing, that he's putting up time and time again in this. He's got hitting at least 3, if not 4 shots in this round alone. So a lot of these players now looking to report whatever scores that they've posted. The best score is going to be the one that's going to count. It's going to be 60% moving forward, assuming they are in a position to move forward out of the first round, which is going to be the top 34 players. Grizzol in a situation, the timer has reached 0, but he was in the top 10 scenario. So he's able to finish this game out, and if it does beat out the score that he's already posted, then it's going to be the one that counts for him. But he's already sitting in a decent situation, sitting in the top 10, but he's doing absurd things with these rifles, and I do not expect anything less than at least 1 or 2 more kills with these rifles that he's got coming out of this round to get this victory.
Yeah, he's feeling real good right now about all these snipes that he's hit, and he's about to get this guy. Maybe he'll get a nice snipe on here, but this guy, seems to be playing a little bit more passive, and Grizzol seems to strive off these people who play passive.
Able to get a good shotgun shot off there. Distracted, was just not quite ready for him to come in. Got the 110 shot with the shotgun. You see the structure right in front of him. He's scoping in, getting himself ready for that. Going to pick up the slurp here, get himself back up to a better health total here. Going to pick up the boom bow, has another campfire as well. So putting it into a good situation, going to be shooting at the structure that this player has built, trying to take it out from underneath him. A really good idea, and the player is probably just inside the circle here, building up in the one by one and now moving forward. But that structure is going to fall out from underneath him. You see him trying to take a shot there, but the player is just kind of hanging out there.
What is happening right now? This guy is just, did he just lag out, or he just built up and now he's just frozen in midair?
He's just kind of hanging out in midair. Really not sure. Now he's
he
falling.
goes.
Not really sure what that interaction was.
But he didn't get the kill. The guy's still alive somehow.
Yeah, I mean, he must have had a redeploy or something of that sort to be able to save himself at the bottom of that. He did at least about 150, 175 damage in that. I'm really not sure what that interaction was. I know it wasn't, you see in the top left, his ping and his doesn't have any packet loss whatsoever. So it definitely wasn't on his end. So wondering if it was on the other player's end. You see Grizzol now trying to break into this. Does have a good spot here. Able to get a good shot off there. Able to connect. The player had healed up at least a little bit. He's going to get taken down to 6 HP, trying to move himself out of the storm here with 2 other players left, 16 kills, doing very well for himself so far, able to get a couple really good connections. Really weird interaction after that structure got taken out, but able to come away with the kill regardless. And he has this other player right in front of him now, and he's able to get at least one tag off with, and he's going to take a mini potion here to make sure he's at the full health that he needs to be to engage into this fight.
I think we're about to see another nice sniper here. This guy's just...
there it is.
I don't understand. He's just standing still, and Grizzol just goes ahead and takes advantage of him.
I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better setup for Grizzol. The player was sitting in plain sight. Grizzol, all he had to do was peek out and knew exactly where he needed to be to land the shot. And that's exactly what he was able to do to get away with that one. He's got 5 or 6 really good snipes coming out of this game alone. Grizzol's making a highlight reel. He's going to be able to put himself together a montage after this round. And impressive work that he's put in with this sniper rifle here in this lobby. Looking for this last player, trying to make sure he's not inside the structure underneath them. Well, still a little bit of a semi-decent sized circle. There's a few locations this player could be, but you hear the shot coming in now, so he's trying to figure out exactly where that one came from. Trying to find this player, build up the 4 walls around him, and figure out where he needs to be. Going to put himself inside the circle, get himself a little bit of a height advantage if he can, because he wants this player to push up to him, and he's got the advantage here in this situation. He's got eyes on now. Ooh.
Just yet another nice snipe. It's crazy. Like all these people are just running right at him, and he's just hitting them right out of the air.
Able to get a really good tag off there. The 157 body shot from the sniper. He's looking. He's got scope in. He knows exactly where this player is, where they need to be. Able to get the visual through the wall. So he's going to take these shots. He does have all the gold inventory. It's got the Midas touch inside of it, and trying to get these last shots off this player. Trying to build defensively. Another good shot connection there from the AR. Able to get the 55 shield the player did. Have a little bit of shields, able to put them up, but you see them now stuck inside their own little wall in the storm. You see him taking these shots, and that player taking a lot of damage from the storm, so obviously giving him a good advantage there, taking down a lot of HP, but Grizzol able to come away with the next kill in that. I think it was about a 16, maybe 17 kill game that he came away with, but the sniper shots he's putting up were on point.